As a drag queen, Halloween is not my favorite time of the year. We're forced to do Halloween show after Halloween show with these expectations for grand costumes at every one that we're gonna wear once. So this year, I'm on a mission to make a garment that will work for Halloween and will give the essence of a Halloween costume while also being something that I can style up and wear for the rest of the year. A couple of years ago, I went as a sheet ghost for Halloween. So, it was probably my favorite costume I've ever worn. I could run through the night in my sexy sheet, flowing in the wind. It's very silly. It was very fun. So this year, going into the design process for this kind of high fashion sheet ghost, there's a couple of things that I want to maintain. I want it to be flowy, silly, and fun. I want it to be wearable outside of Halloween, and I want it to have the essence of a sheet ghost. Not too difficult to do. Ow. In opening my order, it seems as though they forgot to pack the brocade that I bought to go on as the corset. So I might have to do an emergency run to the garment district. So as with the start of any project, the first thing I need to do is make a comprehensive to-do list. I like to break down my to-do list into as small of bite-sized individual tasks as possible because it helps me with my stupid little peanut ADHD brain to cross off as many things as possible throughout the course of the project. Timeline. Today is Sunday, then we have Monday, then we have, you know what's crazy is I'm doing that and I quite literally own a planner, so let's use that instead. This is the week of October 21st. I feel like I have a friend whose birthday is that, but I don't think so. 10, 20, 21, 22, and then we have 10, 23. So on 10/23 at 12 p.m. I fly to, what is that? All right, whatever. I fly to North Carolina to visit family for a week. I knocked the camera. So in case you haven't caught on at this point, the rub of this whole sewing situation
is that it's currently Sunday afternoon even. And I leave the state to go to North Carolina to visit family on Wednesday afternoon. I don't get back from that trip until a full week later, at which point I will be wearing the costume out the next day. So basically, I have to finish this entire garment in about 2.5 days. So let's not waste any time. The veil. Shall we talk about the veil? So, it was a pretty standard concept. It was just going to be built in 3 different pieces. So there's the side pieces that are going to loop around to then attach to a little ear thing right here. And then there's a big back piece. So basically all that I did was I took measurements of myself, as you can see here. Put the heels on so I had the right height. And then I laid out the fabric and I got going on it. Once I got all my measurements together and it was time to start cutting out the fabric, I knew I needed a bit of a schematic to figure out what shapes I need and how to cut them. Once I had finished my schematic, it was just a matter of cutting out the pieces and sewing them together. I used a measuring tape to get straight lines and then pinned all of those pieces together. And after that, I just had to sew them together and unfortunately hem the garment, which I don't know if you've ever hemmed a piece of white chiffon before, but it sucks. It fucking sucks. As for the headband itself, honestly, this is one of my favorite aspects of any sort of creative project. The kind of like less technical things, like sewing is fun, knowing how to sew is fun, being good at sewing is fun, whatever, that's great. What's really fun is a hot glue gun and some scissors and like a glass of wine, and you just go to town on whatever it is that you're making, even if that is like a croissant on your head. But you know, it is what it is, and that's what that was, and that's what this is. So yeah. Oh, should we talk about the carabiners? Oh my god, I love the carabiners that I bought. So I got triangular carabiners, and then I created hoops at the bottom of the croissant so that I could hook the carabiner into it, and it's so cool. Okay, so it has been a bit of a work day. We're rounding out on about, where's my phone? It is
9:18 right now p.m. I've been working for about, I want to say 7 or 8 hours. And we're just about done with the headpiece. So I have this little croissant right here. Will go on as a little headband. And then what I've done on the veil, okay, I have attached these carabiners with some dangly bits. And basically the point of that is so that I can take them. The veil is connected to the headband at the sides. And I wanted these to be removable so that while I'm wearing it, I could also remove them and then have them as, like, I could carry them. So basically, MO now for the rest of the night, and this should only take like 10 minutes, is I'm going to attach the veil itself, like this back half, to the actual thing. And it's not gonna go over my head. It's gonna go on the back. You'll see.
Welcome to day 2. So, just to catch you up to speed, we have finished the headpiece. It's gorgeous. And today's undertaking is going to be the corset top. The corset top. Today's undertaking is going to be the corset top. And the very first thing that I had to do on this day was actually go to the garment district with my mom to go get that fabric that I mentioned earlier when I said that I didn't have the fabric that I needed. So I ran to the garment district. I got fabric with my mom. I had crazy... I was going to say anyway. And then when I got back, my mom had a flight in like an hour. So I immediately got into drag body, and started to make this custom mannequin.
Okay. So here's what we're doing.
At this point, I am making a custom mannequin to my drag body to use in the pattern making process and fitting process of this outfit. And there are many, many reasons why I would want to do that. The most important being that my drag body has such unique proportions that I can't just make it based on like any kind of generic pattern. I'm gonna have to make one myself, and the only way to do that is to wrap yourself in saran wrap, and then wrap yourself in duct tape, and then cut yourself out of it, and then stuff that all up. And so that is what I am doing with my mom here. Shout out to Lori for coming in clutch and helping a bitch out. She really ate with that one.
I did it. She looks a little f***ed up, but I kind of like her that way, and it'll get the job done. So, my new friend. Hi. We're here on day 2, and it is 4 p.m. Hold on, come with me. So, Monday, I needed to go to the garment district, which I did. Now, I need to make the corset top, all right? Let's recall what is required in order to do the corset top. Making custom mannequin. I did that. Now I just have these things to do. And I need to be done with this by tomorrow night. Let's go. So first things first, I need to get some style lines on her, which I will be doing, referring back to the sketch. To do so, I will be using this green washi tape. It's actually not washi tape, it's like miniature duct tape. But you know, I don't care.
This is a style of garment that I make very, very often. It is a about 5 to 6 pattern corset top, but like a faux corset top. Like it's not a real corset because it doesn't have bones in it, but it has like that kind of corset lines. All that you really have to do is pattern it, and then you cut out a lining material and then a shell material, and the shell is the one that will go on the outside. And then you just cut them out, sew them together, and then stitch them up. And something along the way went horribly, horribly wrong.
So 7 p.m. Not that bad. I started sewing the lining together. I didn't record it because I was like, who the fuck cares about the lining? But I got the seam allowance all wrong. And then I tried to fix it and I got it and I made it worse because it was too small. And then I made it too big. So we're just hacking away, having a great time. Hi. Can I be honest? I'm going insane. I did this, so we're cooking. I'm in sewing hell. Do you want a quick tour of the room right now? Over here, we have a pile of my Amazon things. There's a bra on the counter, a Chapel Roan magazine. Here I'm watching Unreal on Netflix. Great show, great show. Sewing station, scrap fabric for later, is for tomorrow. The corset, which is about to go together, and that's the lining, and it looks great, but that's the corset. Yeah, just a lot of mess, but I'm not going insane. I'm not going insane. Are you going insane? You're going insane. All right, we're here on day 3 of this journey. It is Tuesday, October 22nd at 1:46 p.m. We're running a little bit behind schedule, just a tad. Yesterday became a problem. I was very tired, I was exhausted. I put way too much on my plate, and I leave for North Carolina tomorrow to visit family, and I have a gig, so I need to finish this all today. So we're gonna see what we can get to. Let's recap on where we're at. Here we have fabric for the skirt. Over here, we have a fully completed corset top. I just need to put in the zipper and attach the lining to the shell. Okay, so it's inside out right now. And then obviously over here, we have this thing. So, MO of the day is gotta be quick, gotta be speedy, but I still want it to look good. And yeah, so we're gonna go. First things first, gotta put a zipper into this. So, the dilemma I'm having at the moment is that I'm running out of time a little bit, but I'm thinking with the materials that I have and the time that I have, I think the mermaid tail
skirt might be a little bit too much. If I were to do something that's more of like a ball gown, where it's just like, it would take me like an hour, whereas the mermaid tail could take me like 3, I don't know. And considering the time schedule I'm on, I'm inclined to do that, and I don't think it'll sacrifice the design like too much, and it'll still be like pretty and cool. So like I'm okay with it. So that's the plan. Basically, all I've done here is gather a piece of fabric and then attach it to the bottom of the bodice. And now I'm just going ahead and draping the rest of this black fabric to find a way that looks really nice. I ended up just pinning it on the sides in 2 places, and it fell in this really, really pretty way. So it honestly became really easy, and I just had to hem it and attach it all together. I seem to have worked out a design that I like. I put these snaps on it. Focus, focus. There you go, snaps. And then I also put some on the bottom of the skirt. You see?
The click.
And I can snap.
Click or click?
Click. Snap.
Let's do it.
And that covers it. And then I have this lovely like front skirt moment, right? But then, oh my God, boom, reveal, right? Fun, okay. All that's up for the dress part is that I just have to sew on the back skirt. So I'll do that now. So I'm not gonna front with you guys. Okay, something went so terribly wrong at this stage in the process, and like watching back the footage and even trying to remember what it was, I don't know what it was. Like watch it, like this clip right here of me wearing this and trying this on, it looks great. And I seem excited. I don't remember what happened, but between this clip and this clip, I have completely mutilated this upper half. I cannot tell you why, because I don't know why. So, the pattern was not right, and the fabric was not right, and it just wasn't working. So, I scrapped the neckline, and I'm doing this, which I actually think works well. So, we're still cooking. We're still cooking. It is midnight. And all that I have left to do is the sleeves. So, wish me luck. I don't know. I do think it's funny how when you finally finish what you've been working on, all of the agony seems worth it. I've spent most of my adult life engaging in creative projects, mainly with drag, and for years I was okay with staying up until all hours of the night to get things done, but I think I've gone soft. Not in a bad way, but more so in a way where I don't feel comfortable treating my body or mind like that. I need to rest, I need to sleep, I need to have a productive work-life balance, and I mean need, not want. So often we overextend ourselves and our bodies for the sake of some material gain or perceived notion of success, and I just don't think it's worth it. All of this to say that I wish I had given myself more time to do this, but I'm really in love with how it came out, and I hope you enjoy it too.
Ready whenever you are.
Ready?
Are you still going?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Now point that way and stay there for 10 seconds.